The second argument to the timescale directive is called time precision. The time precision argument has the exact same syntax requirements as the time unit argument. And to remind you what those are, first of all, here's the time precision argument. The syntax requirements, which it shares with the time unit argument, are it has a magnitude, and that magnitude has to be either 1, 10, or 100. And it has a unit of time, and that unit of time has to be either seconds, milliseconds, microseconds, nanoseconds, picoseconds, and femtoseconds. So to make a time precision argument, you just pick one of these and pick one of these, put them together, for example 100 picoseconds, and you get a valid time precision value. But there's an additional requirement placed on the time precision value that the time unit argument doesn't have to adhere to. And that requirement is the time precision value has to be at least as short as the time unit value that's in use. It has to be as short as this or even shorter in order for it to be valid. Otherwise, you'll get a compiler error. So in this example, I have a time unit of 10 nanoseconds and a time precision of 10 nanoseconds. And I have to ask, is my time precision as short as or shorter than my time unit? And the answer in this case is yes. They're actually equal. So 10 nanoseconds is a valid time precision given this time unit. But what if I tried to use a time precision of 100 nanoseconds and my time unit were 10 nanoseconds? Is 100 nanoseconds a valid time precision given this time unit? Well, I have to ask myself, is 100 nanoseconds as short as or shorter than 10 nanoseconds? And the answer is no. 100 nanoseconds is actually greater than or longer than 10 nanoseconds. So this would be an invalid time precision value given this time unit value. But what if my time unit were 1 microsecond? Would 100 nanoseconds be a valid time precision value given this time unit? Well, I'll take the same approach and ask myself, is 100 nanoseconds as short as or shorter than 1 microsecond? And the answer is yes. Actually, 100 nanoseconds is shorter than, so I'm saying 1 microsecond is longer than. 100 nanoseconds is shorter than 1 microsecond. Or more generally, my time precision value is shorter than, or equal to, in this case shorter than my time unit value. So this is a valid time precision value, even though it was invalid in this case. The reason it was invalid in this case was it is longer than 10 nanoseconds. But it's valid in this case because it is shorter than 1 microsecond.